thinksipwrite, and we're just
We've been absent for a while.
I know it's been a little bit of a delay. We've had vacation, work stuff,
busy.
So we after a ravishing bug episode that apparently went really well.
We ended with?
That is the last one we did. So we're going on like almost 2.5 weeks here.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a big gap. So we decided that wasn't polite of us, and we needed to talk about etiquette in this episode. So 2 of the chapters in my argument book that I wrote a few years ago, No It's Not, Yes It Is Arguments, involved... Yeah, that's my notepad for tonight, so I'm going to be flipping through that. There are 2 chapters that deal with etiquette. So we go from bathroom etiquette to just standard etiquette, and we figured we'd
touch base on a little bit of each. Where do we want to start?
Well, I mean, since I mentioned bathroom, do we want to talk about toilet paper?
I know everybody has a way of putting it on, and I know certain people don't agree with having it positioned or whatever the way they do it.
Well, you either fold it. First of all, before we even get into that, I can't stand when I go into a bathroom
and they left this much toilet paper or no toilet paper
at all. And it's like, what do you do at that point? You gotta call like 911.
Well, no. If I'm going to a bathroom, like a public bathroom, if I'm going to a public bathroom, I will not go in the stall, obviously. But I know there's people out there that have been caught in the stall, and you're like, oh crap, there's no toilet paper, and then you're stuck there because you're trying to put your hand through the thing to get it out.
Wait till somebody else. Do you just talk to the person next to you?
I have done that. I said, I did. I went, excuse me, I'm sorry to bug you. Can I have a piece of toilet paper? Like, what do you do at that point? You can't get up and walk around with your pants on your ankles and have somebody come in on you. So
why not?
Seriously, no, I have done that. I'm like, excuse me, but now I've been caught in that position that now I actually will make sure that there's toilet paper, like in there. I will actually go into the thing and dig.
Well, yeah, you have to make sure it's there before you sit down.
Yeah, but sometimes you're like so like
people are jerks. They don't just. But I mean, going beyond that, you know, there's the common you either lay it like this so that the paper is down.
That's the way it should be.
Or like this so that it's up. I agree.
The paper
with you.
is so you're sitting.
Down.
So you're sitting, and all you have to do is just pull it down. Some people like it the other way. They want it.
The reason they like it the other way is because from what I understand is that it's easier to hide. Like if you don't tear a piece cleanly, it's easier to hide that torn seam if you're trying to keep your bathroom cosmetically safe. But I'm like, just tear that little extra piece off.
Well, if there's something torn, and it's like that, I still...
You can fold it.
Yeah. I usually just... If I go in there, like our kids may go in there, and they may leave like a little like piece like that's all messed up or whatever, I usually go in there and just fix it before I know company is coming over.
Yeah.
If it's just us, whatever.
Yeah.
But I always leave extra toilet paper in the bathroom. Right next to the toilet in case there's that emergency.
Well, see, that's smart. There's a lot of places that don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
especially if you're at a friend's house or something.
What do you do? What do you do when you're at a friend's house? First of all, if it's a friend I know well, I have no problem.
Oh, right.
But I mean, if I'm at somebody's house that I'm new friends with or I'm an acquaintance with, and I'm stuck, it's like the scene from Dumb and Dumber when he's in his girlfriend's bathroom.
I mean, then you have to think of at that point tissues. Right?
Well, you use what you can.
Right.
Well,
you're not... Ew. You use what you can.
Well, I mean...
Do you use people's towels?
Well, no. Obviously, what are you going to do with it afterwards?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe if you're in the middle of the woods, what else are you going to use?
I don't know.
So...
That's a subject that can be argued with many about how to...
I don't think it's much of an argument. I think most people are top down.
No, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Comment below what you think.
What? Yeah, put yours in the comment below and your other etiquette. So when you're done in the bathroom, now I don't know how it is with women. With guys tend to just smell really bad. So I can't stand when somebody uses potpourri.
Potpourri, like the spray?
Like the spray or anything. Here's the thing. I used to work at a place that had this orange creamsicle spray, right? I used to love orange creamsicles as a kid.
You can't have it.
I can't even have one now because all I think about is how...
Yeah, but what would you rather, though? Would you rather just walk into...
Light a match.
Not everybody carries matches in their pockets.
The bathroom should have it then. Or...
Because, like, that's what I mean. Like, would you rather walk into somebody's waft of stinky ass?
Well, there's ways...
Or would you rather walk into potpourri ass?
I don't know. I don't want to smell either.
It's a good question.
Because the potpourri is fooling you. Okay? You're still smelling...
I know, but it's...
the butt particles.
You're masking... You're masking it somehow.
But it's still gross.
Right.
It's still gross.
Is it worse going in after a big dude that just took a dump after having a whole bunch of chili? Or would you rather...
That was pretty descriptive.
Or would you rather, like, walk into smell of poop potpourri? Like,
no, I would rather neither. Just
but
light
you
a
have
match,
to pick one.
Open a window, light a match.
You have to pick one, though.
Well, light a match. That's what I'm picking.
You can't have matches.
Well, then I'm going to start carrying matches everywhere because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Orange creamsicles have been ruined for me.
You're crazy.
It's horrible.
I think that's an etiquette thing, though, that you just, and I think it depends on the person and their house. Like, maybe you don't want to. I personally leave Lysol, and I have those little, like, bathroom smelly, like, little clean laundry. Because I don't like the smell of...
The clean cotton, I've smelled.
Yes.
Now that
I don't like...
spray,
I do. I agree with you. I don't like the smell of flowers or fruit or... that kind of stuff in my bathroom.
Like a detergent or a clean cotton smell would be fine.
Absolutely.
I can go with that.
That's what I do. That's what I do in my bathroom.
But all these different flavored, you walk in the department store, you're trying to get air freshener, and you got like 3,000 different. Like now, my new car smells like a toilet, and it's like it's like come on.
I get you. I feel you. I get you.
Dude. So okay. What did you you had one that you mentioned?
Which one?
Oh, I don't know. You were telling me about it right before we got on.
Oh, the toilet seat up?
No, we didn't talk about that at all. But apparently Roberta did.
I don't like the... seriously, if you live in a house with women, you're good. You always put it down.
I put the toilet seat and the lid down.
Yes. Some people do not... Like, guys may go to the bathroom, they'll put the toilet seat down, but they don't put the lid down.
All right, well, here's what bothers me, okay? And we're going to go off on a rant, and this is all my parents' fault. Mm-hmm. So when I grew up, it was always, when you're done, you're a gentleman, you put down, I know, I'm a gentleman, you put down the seat and then you put down the lid because nobody wants to see if there's leftover skids or anything in the toilet.
Yeah, but then you're going to get a surprise.
But it was also because we had pets in the house, so like you didn't want
them to go to drink
the cat in there.
Right.
You didn't it's gross. I've seen people's dogs drink out of toilets. It's gross. Okay, right. The lid going down, right, is something that my parents always taught me, and now when they're over, they put the seat down. My dad puts the seat down, but they come out and the lid is always left open.
Are you putting your parents out there?
I am. Because I feel like everybody goes through this phase of they don't know.
Well, the thing is, they have no more kids. They have no more pets. They're at that point that they're like, what? Like, we did our part.
I understand that.
Right?
How do you feel about putting the seat down?
See, my issue is I'd rather just have the seat down. I don't like when the lid's up. Like, the actual seat up.
Right, so you want the seat down.
If a guy's going to the bathroom, he just leaves it up. I hate that. If you have the seat down, the lid, it's okay to have it up.
I understand.
I don't mind
the lid's
that.
Passable. The lid's passable. The seat
where the guy pees, he has to put that down.
Okay, now there is an argument against that. Now I agree with you. Mm-hmm. Okay, I agree because I will always put the seat down when I'm done. Even in public restrooms, I'll use my shoe to kick it down. Mm-hmm. the other argument to that is that if studies on bathrooms have shown that women's bathrooms are actually
they're disgusting.
They're 10 times worse than men's. So
but you
shouldn't it be the other way, that if it's a shared bathroom that the women put it the other way up? And I can see that argument. I will never do that.
What do you mean? That we lift it for you guys?
That the women should lift it because it's them that's making the toilet gross.
No, because you're still sitting your ass on it.
And there's still guys that, like, going into bathrooms and playing
bathrooms
the
are
trying to, like,
bathrooms are disgusting.
They're gross,
but
no matter what.
The reason why I believe that women's bathrooms are, like, gross is because we as women have to sit on a toilet. You guys can just stand and whip out your thing, and there you go, you're good to go.
Right.
Women have to sit. Then if we think something's disgusting, we squat. Then there's like, and I always have done where I go in the bathroom, I never sit, I squat. But if there's pee, like, you know, around, I clean that. Like,
yeah,
like,
I mean, you kind of have to.
But people are disgusting. They
gross.
leave
they're
it.
Gross.
Like, they
people
just
gross.
leave it. And I sometimes I actually refuse to go in public bathrooms. I rather just wait and hold it, you know. But I do use my feet to either push flush or to put the, like, you know, if the toilet seat, like, if the woman has just cleaned, she'll leave it up.
Right.
I will push it down, like, with, or pull it down with my, whatever. But the toilet, the flusher, if the flusher is not automatic, I will use my feet.
Yeah.
I refuse to, like, open or touch anything in public bathrooms.
You know what else it bothers me too, and this is really only when you share a house with somebody, because I don't think I've ever. I mean, whenever we have people over, we take our toothbrushes and toothpaste and put them away, because after that one episode of Seinfeld that I saw, I just, you know, I have to have them away.
Well, the funny thing, what they say, hold on, before you go into that, is they actually tell you to put something in your mirror, like, to open your mirror, like something that...
To see if somebody's going in.
Right. So if somebody opens it, everything falls, and you're like, ooh, that sneaky person just went in our mirror.
Yeah. Toothpaste caps on the toothpaste. When I'm done, first of all, I've seen it, and I mean, we're pretty good here. But I've seen places where toothpaste is just gunked up under the cap, or the cap's not on, or it's on halfway and it's just not cleaned. Like, that collects bacteria. All the crap that's going in the toilet.
But I don't know if a lot of you don't, like, know, but you could totally do a research on this, is that toothpaste actually carry, or toothbrushes, excuse me, do carry poop particles.
Yum.
Look that up. It is actually, they've studied this. They've looked at
actually, I think what was the show?
Brushes.
Mythbusters.
Yeah, they looked at it underneath the microscope.
Yeah, telescope. When the astronauts went to the moon,
microscope. They looked under there, and you could see these tiny little particles. But did you know that every time you flush is when all that comes up?
Well, because the way it kicks up.
Yeah.
Although newer toilets are pretty hygienic. They're pretty.
No, it's disgusting. It still comes up.
So I when I take a shower. Now, this isn't really etiquette. This is just more of like a preference. But I don't like using body wash. I feel like a bar of soap cleans me better.
Okay. Totally with you on that. Love my bar of soap, because I feel like it cleans me in certain areas better than body wash.
Yeah, I mean, like,
body wash is supposed, like, to me, I can use it on the loofah and exfoliate and clean my body. But when you're going to your privates, you should be using soap, people. Like actual bars of soap. I don't know why. I know what you mean. Like, if you use body wash in certain arees, I don't know.
It's just not a thoroughly cleansing thing.
Maybe it is. I just don't feel like it.
It is on the body. But
I could use both.
It depends on the loofah or the sponge that you're using.
Yeah, but do you put your loofah in your thing?
Well, yeah, but you gotta clean it.
You
have to clean it.
I think your loofah is only supposed to be meant for your body.
It's for exfoliating.
It's for your body, for your legs, for your back, not for your vagine or your bird or your butt.
Is that like the French version of, you know?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Judging. Nobody's going to invite you.
Not judging.
No, yeah, you are. You're totally judging.
Not judging at all. I'm just saying that's what I prefer to do.
I've peeked in people's showers. Nobody's ever gonna invite me over to their house if they watch this
why
episode.
do you do that?
Because I'm curious.
That's
I'm like,
creepy.
Well, if I'm going in, first of all,
I don't do that.
If I'm eating in somebody else's house, I want to know how clean they are. And the first sign of cleanliness is looking in the bathroom.
I've taught you that. And where do you look first? Is their toilet. And I'm going to teach you guys something. You lift the toilet seat all the way.
Mm-hmm. And you wrap saran wrap around it. So the next person
where you go pee, you look around the like rung, like whatever those things are, where the toilet seat connects.
Oh yeah, in the back, the hinge.
You look around that.
Yep.
Oh man.
No, you don't want to do it. Yeah,
it's like you need to take like floss and go around it, like And you know where else? On the bottom of the toilet seat, on the foot of the toilet seat, like down the bottom in the back. Like you could actually look at ours and it's completely white and clean. My grandma was no joke, like at all with cleaning. My dad's side of the family, like they were nuts with cleaning. You know that.
Yeah.
Like my aunt's house looks like an IKEA ad.
Oh yeah.
You could lick off her, like it's crazy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Shavings in the sink too, or in the tub, It's got to be. There's
shaving on the sink sometimes. I find little specks.
I know, but
you clean it.
I'm fairly. But
I don't know where I find it.
Look, I shaved yesterday, it's like 2 days ago. And this is here.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't, and I'm not a hairy person. I don't understand how...
It's facial hair.
In high school, I could never grow a hair. I had, like, hydrochloric acid burn. Yeah, I know. I couldn't even grow hair in high school, and now I've got
you should clean your if you're going to shave.
Yeah, you try to clean it out.
You gotta... you have to rinse the tub, like, after you're done with it, you know? I don't know.
Getting out of the bathroom, because there's a lot more we can go into that, which you can find in my argument book. Shoes. When you visit someone's house, do you remove shoes or do you keep them on?
Okay, so this is the thing. If the people, when you walk into somebody's house and you notice shoes, you notice nobody wearing shoes, you take your shoes off, right? But if you go into a house and you don't see that, why would you take your shoes off? Some people might not want your stinky feet out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I have I was always taught to take my shoes off going into someone's house. My mom was very...
I get that, and that's great and all.
Right.
But...
I do, there's two things that I do.
Sorry, I'm eating tomatoes.
If I'm going over to someone's house, right, and I know it's just going to be like maybe me or you, or just me, and I'm going into someone's house, I always, when I walk in, if I already don't know the rules, the first thing I say is, you want me to take my shoes off? I always ask that, no matter what.
Yeah. Not always. We've been to certain places where you haven't.
If there's a party, though, I never really ask, because you got to figure everybody's going to have their shoes on at that point.
Right.
I don't usually, but typically, for the most part, I do. I mean, there's an exception here or there, but for the most part, I'm pretty good with asking.
When I'm going to somebody's house, I kind of know who they are.
Right.
In a way, you know, so I kind of just go by that.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want your feet out. They don't want your socks on their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah. It's just cleaning up after you're done eating. Putting the dishes in the sink, even if you're at someone's house. It's common courtesy that when you're done,
you dispose of your your stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah. What was one of the other things I was thinking of? There was
I always, like with my kids too, I always have them help clean up.
Well, yeah, when you're in a family, it's a shared responsibility.
I mean like I'm talking like when they go to their friends' houses, I try to have them go clean up or go straighten up. And I know it's difficult at that age because, they're all over the place.
It's not difficult at that age.
They're like, okay, and they go and they help real quick. But it's just, you got to kind of teach them
It's not difficult at that age. It's called teaching your kid to go clean up after themselves.
Right.
That's a good thing to get into their heads at an early age. Because I've seen grown-ups that can't do it now.
Yeah.
The other thing that bothers me, phone conversations at the table. I've been in restaurants and seen people on their phones. first of all, I have my phone at the table. Usually I have it at the table.
Home.
On the side.
Breakfast.
Yeah, but we only really eat breakfast together twice a week. We only really you're lying because
breakfast on the weekends you look at your phone and then
if everybody's not sitting at the table.
I've given you it and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. Because you're so used to during the week eating by yourself. I get that. But you should still be aware of your surroundings.
I am aware of my surroundings. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear it. There's times when I talk to you and you're sitting there texting on your phone.
Where?
Or you're doing your social media.
When?
Well, because your business is through your phone. So you're constantly having
Listen
to
to this, okay? So on the weekend when we
hang out. Not where
out.
I was going with that, but
when we hang out or dinner or whatever, I take pictures, I post them, and I put my phone down. That's it. And
that's true. But usually dinner
is usually good. And I give you the pass because during the week you are eating breakfast by yourself because you're up super duper early for work.
Yeah.
But on the weekend, you need to be aware of your surroundings.
Well, on the weekend, half the time, we're not all eating at the same time.
Yeah, we are.
At dinner, yeah. Lunch, dinner.
Breakfast on the weekends, we're all eating at the same time.
I don't know about that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'll have to look for it because
I'll snap a picture of that.
I'm not aware. No, you won't. Because it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. It has never happened.
Okay.
Never happened.
Watch. Look on social media.
Well, I know.
At Homemade Delish, I'll post
I know for a fact I don't do it at the table, and I definitely don't do it when we're out at restaurants.
You don't do it at restaurants.
We
never do it at restaurants. Restaurants, I put I will take pictures because I do like to share that because if it's a good restaurant, I want to share it. That's it. You will not see me touch the phone.
That's your job.
Right.
That's your job. And it's like, it's 1 minute to take.
But no, when you go out to restaurants and you turn around and you see people on their phones completely the whole entire time.
I have seen.
It's like everybody's losing their concept of interacting.
Well,
interaction.
We just went out. We were down in Cape May for the weekend, and we went to a restaurant down there.
Oh my God, I have the biggest
great food. The Rusty Nail, right?
Yes.
But we saw 3 other families.
This is my
with
biggest
4 people, and the kids were all like this on their phones. They're just sitting there playing on the phones. There was no social interaction at all in the families, and it's awful. Like, okay, all right, I understand. Maybe your kid's a punk sometimes because every kid's a punk sometimes.
Yeah, but they need to learn this is not the time and place to be acting like that. This is a time for you to eat. But I'm not in those parents' shoes, so I don't know if a certain child.
I'm not judging.
And I get that, but maybe a child has a disability of some sort that they need a certain form of interaction.
I'm not talking about those instances. I am talking about perfectly.
Right, I get that. Normal, I totally get it.
There's no social interaction with families anymore.
Right.
And it's an issue. Is that even really? Is that considered etiquette? It is, but it goes beyond that.
Well, it is. I mean, I wasn't allowed to bring toys into a restaurant when I was little. Were you?
No.
Right.
But I remember
toys into church.
I remember when I was in church as a kid, I'd see kids with Matchbox cars and He-Man action figures.
Yeah.
My
brother, my mom did let go. She did let him pass with bringing a bear or something with him. I was never allowed. I had to sit there and
I used my imagination. In
church?
Yeah, but half the time I wasn't listening to what was going on.
What were you doing? Were you playing
No, I was pretending I was Spider-Man, swinging from the chandeliers and stuff like that. I mean, it was. I really was.
All right, it's just teaching your kids the proper.
It's etiquette. It's just teaching your kids.
We're not judging people on what they do.
No, not at all. But
this is just something that we've noticed as parents, or certain things that
it just makes me wonder where things are going to be in 30 years if you see every family at a table.
We've all become very dependent on our phones.
If you're a parent,
we all have,
or know somebody that does that, please comment and let us know why. I mean, I understand that the kids can be a pain in the butt, but I mean, we never really had a problem with that. It was always it was always, every once in a while there might be whining or something, but it was never an issue to sit down and have a conversation with your family.
They were always good going out. Yeah.
They love talking with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just don't get it.
I don't know.
All right, well, did you have? I thought you had some. Oh, the car thing, right? So we'll wait for Roberta to finish chewing. You can buy No It's Not, Yes It Is arguments on Amazon for your Kindle or Lulu.com in print.
I'll save you from that. When you borrow a car from someone, they lend you a car.
Which a lot of people, that doesn't happen a lot of times.
But say they lend you a car.
Right.
Because you need it for just like...
You get media cars.
I'm not talking about media cars. I'm talking about like your brother lends you a car, your sister, your parents, something like that.
I'm not sure.
I'm just giving you an
Gotcha.
example. Okay? They give you a car.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a half a tank, say.
Okay.
Of gas.
Yeah.
You run around, you do what you do, and the gas has gone down a little bit. What do? Do you fill it back to the half a tank, or do you fill it for them completely?
All right, here's my thing. The only time I can actually see that happening, or has happened in the past, is when I've had to go move something.
Right, but that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
Okay.
So if I borrow my friend's pickup truck, same scenario.
Mm-hmm.
They have a half a tank, they lend it to me. Mm-hmm. When I'm done with it, I fill it up.
Completely.
I fill it up completely, only because I'm putting mileage on their car.
Wear and tear on their tires.
You're not just using their gas. You're putting wear and tear.
Right.
But there's people that won't even...
Oh, there's people that won't fill it, or they'll put it right back to where it was.
Well, that's why when you started getting into the media loans and stuff like that...
That's completely different.
It was strange, because I think the first one that dropped it off said, well, you don't need to fill it with gas. I think we sat there stunned in silence.
I always make sure that I have it filled, because I feel bad for the person that's bringing the car to me full tank, and then they're taking it, and where am I going to leave it on E?
Right.
Like, hey, peace out. Thanks for bringing the car.
So it's just courtesy to
absolutely
to take care of that.
Yes.
But I think that was just like a shocking point. Like, wow, wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
People leave it empty.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So I mean, I don't know. That's an etiquette thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
There's also one more etiquette thing. My co-host should never ever disagree with me, because she has no idea what she's talking about if she's doing it. It's true. So on that note, go buy my book, and you're empty. So cheers. Comment below, like, subscribe, things.